You're not addicted to your phone. You're addicted to what your brain thinks will come next. Every scroll, every like, every notification. It's not about pleasure. It's a loop of prediction and anticipation. Your brain isn't chasing happiness, it's chasing maybe. Welcome to the dopamine trap. Dopamine isn't the happiness molecule, it's the chemical of wanting, not having. It spikes when your brain expects a reward, not when you actually get one. This is a very old, very powerful system. Thousands of years ago, this very mechanism helped our ancestors hunt, explore, and survive. It pushed them to find new food sources, new territories, new opportunities. It was the engine of human progress. But now, that ancient system is being used against us. Every social media scroll, every message ping, every level up in a game, they all hack the same reward circuit that once kept our ancestors alive and thriving. Think about it. You don't actually crave the notification itself. You crave the possibility of what that notification might be, a message from a friend, a like on your photo, good news. It's the uncertainty that hooks you. That's not a personal failing. That's not an addiction in the classical sense. That's a perfectly tuned survival system being hijacked by modern technology. You're not weak. The system you're up against is just incredibly strong. It's designed to pull you in, using the very wiring that made us human in the first place. Let's be clear, tech companies don't sell you apps, they sell your attention. The longer you stare at the screen, the more ad revenue they generate, the more data they collect, the more money they make. So they design everything to trigger your dopamine loop. It's not an accident, it's a business model. The bright, inviting color of the icons, the specific vibration pattern your phone uses, the satisfying little sound a new message makes, every single detail is meticulously engineered to make your brain say, maybe something new is here, maybe this time it's important. This isn't a coincidence. It's applied psychology on a massive scale. They use a principle called variable rewards, which is the exact same mechanism used in slot machines. You pull the lever, and maybe you win, maybe you don't. That maybe is what keeps people pulling the lever for hours. On social media, you refresh your feed. Maybe there's a great post, maybe there's nothing. That maybe keeps you scrolling. You are not just a user of these platforms. You are part of the largest, most sophisticated psychological experiment in human history, and you never consented to it. Here's the problem. When everything gives you a little hit of dopamine, nothing feels truly rewarding anymore. This is called dopamine desensitization. Have you ever scrolled for hours but found you unfocused long enough to read a single page of a book? Or started 10 different projects with great enthusiasm, only to finish none of them? Do you binge watch shows, refresh your feeds, click on anything and everything, and still feel empty at the end of it? That's your brain adapting. It gets so used to the constant stimulation that it lowers its own sensitivity to protect itself. The result? The more you chase pleasure, the less you actually feel it. And suddenly, things that require sustained effort, like reading or deep work, become almost painful. Silence feels unbearable. Boredom becomes your greatest enemy. You'll do anything to avoid it. But here's the secret. Boredom is where real change begins. It's the empty space your brain needs to reset, to think clearly, to create. It's not something to run from, it's something to run towards. So how do you escape this trap? It's not about throwing your phone in the ocean and moving to a cabin in the woods, although that does sound nice sometimes. It's about retraining your brain's reward system, one small step at a time. Start small. Go into your settings and turn off all non-essential notifications. All of them. You decide when to check for updates, not your phone. Practice delaying your response. When you get a message, wait 5 minutes before checking it. You're not depriving yourself. You're teaching your brain that you are in control. Reward yourself, but do it consciously. Finish a difficult task at work, then you can spend 10 minutes scrolling. This is called microcontrol. It rebuilds your sense of focus and agency. Then, add something called habit stacking. Pair small, earned digital rewards with healthy real-world actions. Want to check Instagram? Fine, but do it after a 10-minute walk in the sunlight. You're not trying to remove dopamine from your life. You're learning to earn it again, to connect it with things that truly matter. What happens when you actually do this? When you go on a dopamine detox, the results are faster than you think. Within just 24 hours of significantly reduced stimulation, your dopamine receptors start to reset and become more sensitive again. After about 48 hours, you'll begin to feel your focus returning. Tasks that seemed impossible suddenly feel manageable, and other things in life become more vibrant. Music sounds richer, food tastes better, conversations feel deeper and more meaningful. You're not changing the world around you. You're recalibrating your perception of it. Neuroscientists call this process reward pathway normalization. In plain English, you stop chasing fleeting, artificial pleasure, and you start experiencing life again. Boredom stops being a threat and becomes a source of clarity. And that clarity gives you power. The power to choose what you focus on, the power to create, the power to be present in your own life. Ultimately, technology isn't evil. It's a neutral tool, but it's a tool that learns from you with terrifying speed. Every single scroll you make trains algorithms about what keeps you hooked. Every time you pause on a video, it tells the system what you care about. Every click you make literally rewires the neural pathways in your mind. So the real question we have to ask ourselves is this: are you programming your brain, or is your brain being programmed for you? Are you in control of the technology, or is the technology in control of you? Awareness is the first act of freedom. Understanding how this system works is the first step to taking back control. Focus is the second. You can use technology as a powerful tool for learning, connection, and creation, or you can let yourself become its product, your attention sold to the highest bidder. The dopamine trap isn't just about phone addiction, it's about who has control over your mind. But once you understand the system, you can rewrite the rules. Your brain is programmable and you are the coder. It's time to take back the keyboard. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more content on how your brain works. See you next time.